Oh, praises to Haya Ashura Haya by Shemi Shaya Wankanashawak. This is Shabar Israel. And today I would like to speak about a prophetic dream that the Most High has shown me as of recently. It has two parts. I appeared in this house in a white robe, and I got up and I was looking outside of a window. I saw three men walking, and two of them were in white, and another man was in front of them walking. And so I went to the back of this house, and the two men turned around from the east, which they were traveling, and two of them came into the driveway, and then we appeared in the house, and the third man kept walking. And we appeared back in the living room. This house seems as if it was renovated different. Of course, it was in the spiritual realm, but you get what I'm saying. And so they were on the couch and they began to speak to me and they said, "We are from God," like that. Now, their attire, they had on all white, but they were rags. I said, "Well, what are your names?" And one of them looked at the other and shook his head like, "Do not tell her." And I said, "Okay, that's fine." And he said, "We're here to collect what is Daniel's." And I said, "What? What is Daniel's?" And they told me the vessels of gold, like that. And so I got up, I went to the back, and there was a woman there. And she gave me two jars. The jars had gold coins in them. And I began to count them. And I made sure that it was a certain amount of coins in there. And I brought them to the front and I gave them to the men. And I said, "Do you need to count?" Because I already had counted them. And they said, "No, we do not." And then he told me, "We are missing one jar." And I said, "Okay." So I went back to the back and there was a woman there. And I said, "They said that I'm missing a jar." I said, "Do you have another jar back here?" And she said, "Yes." But this jar had jewels in them. And she had made jewelry out of some of the jewels, if you will. I got it and I returned it back to them. And they received the jars. And then it ended. I received wisdom, instruction, understanding concerning this. Now, these three individuals that was walking toward the east represented twofold scenario. When the Most High destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, Christ told me it was him and two angels that came down. As you can read about that in the book of Genesis. And they were headed toward the east. The second part of it belongs to the book of Daniel. Daniel saw two men on the riverbanks over there near the Tigris River or the Hiddekel River. He did not reveal the names. Hence, they didn't reveal their names to me except they were from the Most High. And there was a third man there who was dressed in beryl and Uphaz. That was Christ. You see that? The same scenario. So what's going on here? The Most High has shown me the same thing he told Daniel. You see that? I possess the gift of prophecy. You see that? Of dreams and visions. This is why the two men from the Most High, which are angels, told me that I have what belongs to Daniel. I have the information, I have the gift of prophecy, and I have the end, which is Genesis 49:19. Daniel saw all four kingdoms, but the end, he was told to seal it up and that he would stand in his lot until the end. What end? Genesis 49:19, the tribe of Gad. You see that? The last kingdom, which was of iron and clay, the Holy Roman Empire, so-called. You see that? See the comparison? Two or three more witnesses, the Most High word shall be established. Now, if you notice that the two vessels of gold, they already had certain amounts of pieces in them. And I vaguely remember the number. And that represents time. You see that? Time in those jars as well. And also the jewelry that was there. You see that? Jewelry. We know that jewelry comes from Jews. Since you have the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. You see that? Judah and Israel. And not only that, we know that Daniel was shrouded with gifts of gold for interpreting the visions and dreams of the king. And not only that, I have seen the handwriting on the wall here in this house and the daughter of Babylon, because Daniel was in Babylon. You see that? But this is the daughter of Babylon. That handwriting on the wall was Christ stating, because I read it with my own eyes, it was written out of stars, I am coming to be with you all. So you have three main things going on that I possess that belong to Daniel. But we know in the end it does not belong to Daniel. It belongs to Haya Ashura Haya, the Ancient of Days, the one you call God. I possess the knowledge, quote unquote, the gift from the gods, as the Babylonians called it in Daniel's time, from the Most High, the understanding of dreams and visions. I have the handwriting on the wall, which is Christ coming to be with us very soon. The end. You see that? The end of it all together. So the book has been opened and sealed, and it's getting ready to be sealed for the final finale, because he's getting ready to judge the daughter of Babylon. You see that? And most of all, Daniel was delivered. You see that? He was delivered from the lion's den. In this case, fire and brimstone. You see that? It's fire involved, but fire and brimstone. Now, part 2, after I saw this, I saw Yeshua Christ coming back as he left the constellation of Orion, better known as Cassio. First, I have seen him just beginning to leave. Now I see him almost halfway to the ground in the southwest. So he's headed west in spirit. It looks like a comet moving in the night sky, but it also represents the stone that destroyed that statue that Nebuchadnezzar saw. You see that? The final kingdom. Christ is that stone, or that comet. He cometh. You see that? Because from a distance, it looks like a stone, or a great millstone, if you will, coming down from heaven. You see that? Just like it states in the book of Revelation. So this is the bottom line. The Most High stated that I have what belongs to Daniel, but Daniel is dead in his lot and he's standing. And so he's saying that I must return this. When? I do not know. Hopefully this is it. I'm praying that this is it and I am finished and it's time for me to take a seat. But I prophesy in part and I know in part. Also, the Most High stated that the people in this house would make sure that I would vacate. And how have they done that? By telling me that there is coming a time, or if it's already here, that I will no longer receive dreams and visions. Because if I do not receive dreams and visions, then it's time for the judgment. You see that? There is nothing else that the Most High has to show me for the future of this place, a daughter of Babylon, and the whole earth. So, those who have an ear, let them hear what the Spirit is saying. Chicago will be the first to fall, and Jamestown, Virginia, the last standing. For as lightning cometh out of the east unto the west, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. And for those who refuse to take part in the tree of life, and to drink from the fountains of living water, let them be unjust still. And the bride say, come, and the Spirit say, come, and the wife say, come. Yeshua come, thy kingdom come. Amen.
Of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease. And the overspreading of abominations, he shall make it desolate, even until the completion.
He's represented in the voice of the weekend.
Down on the great again.